Rosen on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Go, go, go. Show it up, show it up. Check 26, check 26. Alert, alert, alert. No, no, no. Go, go, go.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on the opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rosen will throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
That's our ball, baby. Going the other way.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. On the toss, here's Balaj. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balaj hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And incomplete. Second and 10 from the 25. Now it's Rosen. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Hey, alert, alert. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Come on, dude. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, alert, alert. 58.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Throwing here, Trubisky. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Go! 180! He's coming. Check in. Push him back. Push him back. Go!
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Trubisky will throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Kalen Ballage with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Rosen to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ballage, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Looking to throw. Lane. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And taken right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Play action. It's Trubisky taking a deep shot here for. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point safely through, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made it big.
There he goes, right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Ballage on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ready up. 58, 58, Mike. All day, baby, all day. Big grip.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. They'll run on first down. Freeman.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On second down, it's Freeman, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lane. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Milage. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. On the tackle, it was Greg Stroman, the former Virginia Tech Hokie. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Milage. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
50, plant.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
18, Gator. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Now.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Lane. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he has bring him down right at the 45. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. On 1st down, Freeman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Freeman again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Toss play to Balaj. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Other way. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Completes it to Hardman. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Got his man there complete to Gallup, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Now a draw play with Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He sets to fire deep and almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Going up top. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Play action. Now Trubisky. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Balaj. And some room to work. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Freeman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Freeman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Lay. Wide open receiver complete. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every